You're watching Ph.D TV. Knowledge is power.
Amal is wondering, how and why does cancer spread?
Well, that's been a huge subject for many, many years. It goes back to originally we thought that cancer spread through the blood, and that cancer cells broke off from the tumor and spread throughout the body and found their way into new sites, and that's called the soil and seed hypothesis. And then a great Canadian scientist, John Dick, came up with a concept of stem cells. I mean, he didn't invent the concept of stem cells, but he really pioneered research and identification in breast cancer of certain stem cells based on a marker called CD34. And he was able to really expand the study of stem cells. And then so what we started finding out is that the only types of cells in the body that can metastasize are actually stem cells. So adult stem cells, they're about 1 in every 6 million, but that changes depending on the cell type and the tissue type. And this one cell will produce potentially 6 million cells over its lifetime. Stem cells they're kind of in a strange state of suspended animation called quiescence. And they exist without aging and without growing. They just exist. And then when they're required to do something, they get a chemical cue that turns them on. They reproduce, they produce a bunch of different cells, and then the mother stem cell goes back into its stem cell niche and goes back into quiescence. So that's how
it's supposed to work.
That's how it's supposed to work. But recently we found out that cancer cells, and normal cells too, release these extracellular vesicles called exosomes, and there's probably a lot of different ones, different sizes, and these exosomes carry proteins and RNA and DNA and cytokines and growth factors, and the cancer cells release these, and these travel through the blood and through the lymphatic system. They're found in all body fluids, CNS, they're found in urine, sweat, everything. And they actually, what we now know is they actually travel through the body like little zombies, and they can get absorbed and taken up by other cells in the body, and therefore they will turn those cells into cancer cells, or they prepare an environment for other cancer cells to spread too.
But they're not just about cancer, those exosomes, are they?
No,
I mean, they do.
no.
They're like, I picture them
Yes.
as you were just describing, as little kind of delivery van drivers, and they've got their cargo in the van, and off they go.
Exactly.
And sometimes the wrong cargo is in the van, or sometimes they go to the wrong place, or what happens?
Yeah, so I think that's a good description. Our body also releases normal, healthy versions of those genes, and we're about to publish a paper on that, on how we believe that there's a competition between these two types of exosomes, and that the healthy exosomes compete with the cancer-causing exosomes.
So in short, it's the stem cells that release the exosomes, and it's the exosomes that are really the metastatic drivers.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Relatively new information.
Yes. Thank you, Amal.
Thank you for watching Ph.D TV. Subscribe below and stay informed.